How are y'all dickheads doing? It is I, once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. We're about to do a premiere draft from the murders at Karlov Manor. My rank has been kicked down all the way to bronze after doing about a month and change of best of 3, so it looks like we're going to be doing some best of 1. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, come over to twitch.tv/DickRecord. Link in the description where you catch streaming video games, leathercrafts, some Magic the Gathering content, and other sort of nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. But with that out of the way, I have a coin. Pack 1, pick 1. What are we getting? I bet it's Connect the Dots. Ugh, that's not good. What's good here? Extract Confession's not bad. Gardener's okay. I don't know if Connect the Dots is good enough because on turn 2 you really want to be doing something. I don't think it's good enough. We could take the Flourishing Bloomkin, which is like usually okay. Part of me wants to take Connect the Dots though, but it is one of those like win more cards, right? If you dump your hand early enough and you've been swinging out every turn, this can draw you like 3 or 4 cards later in the game, which could put you over the top. There's a lot of okay stuff here. Like, I like Fanatical Strength and Auspicious Arrival as tricks. Meddling Youth is okay, actually, in the Boros deck. I think the card with the most upside is the Flourishing Bloomkin, mostly because it gets you, it ramps you, it gets you cards onto the field. It draws you a card. That's provided you disguise it. It could be a huge threat later in the game. And also, you know, it's a disguise creature. Oh god, what's this Volstrider? When it attacks, cast an instant or sorcery. I don't know if that's good enough. I'm tempted to take it just because it's a mythic and it seems cute, but also there are things that just like shatter it. Right? Thundering Falls is not really where we want to be. Tunnel Tipster seems fine actually. Right? It's a mana dork that you can then it slowly grows bigger over the course of the game. I wouldn't mind the Loxodon Eavesdropper. I know we're avoiding like all the high rarity cards like Thundering Falls and Kylox's Voltstrider. I don't know if this is good enough though. Right? Sometimes sometimes you collect evidence and it casts a spell from your graveyard. Oh wow. Hey, what's up, Fubi? So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna take the Tunnel Tipster out of all these here. Because it's a nice 2-drop, right? It ramps you, and it slowly grows over the course of the game. Let's see what we got here. Killer Among Us is great. I wouldn't mind the Nervous Gardener or the Undercover Elf. Cold Case Cracker is also pretty good. Bubble Smuggler's cute. Concealed Weapon exists. Forensic Researcher, what do? Another permanent. This could actually ramp you too. You can untap your lands. Tap target creature you don't control with Collect Evidence. I'm going to still take the Killer Among Us. This is one of those cards that, like, if you're trying to go wide, and what's funny is this makes a red creature, a white creature, and a green creature, so it could help you solve your that multicolor case. I'm gonna take a Killer Among Us. It's very bad if you're behind, but if you're at parity or ahead, this is kind of a beating. What was the pack 1 pick 1 rare? Connect the Dots, which is not a good card. It's almost as bad as Expedited Inheritance. There's a Not on My Watch. There's a They Went This Way. Let's see. I'm tempted to take this. I don't like Agency Outfitter. They Went This Way is ramp and fixing, but I don't think we need it necessarily right now. Auspicious Arrival's also, like, fine. Macabre Reconstruction, there's nothing really great here, which is the issue. So, aside from Not on My Watch, and it's a more control-y card, so I will take the Not on My Watch, but not thrilled. Blood Spatter Analysis is actually great. I don't know how that card is, like, this far down the pack order. Maybe nobody wants to go into black-red is the issue. Vengeful Creeper is also pretty good. I feel like I should take the Blood Spatter Analysis and see where we end up. Because we're not really in anything except for we're kind of in green. And if I wanted to stay green, I could take the Vengeful Creeper. The Balrock Clan Basher is also worth considering. Burden of Proof is cute. I've gotten some huge blowouts with that one, but I will take a Blood Spatter Analysis actually here. Lead Pipe's not great. Reckless Detective's fine. Fanatical Strength, we'll see another one of these. I'd rather take the Reckless Detective. In all honesty, it helps you filter through your cards so that if, like, we end up playing like a dumb 4-color deck or something like that, or 5-color deck, this can help us find our lands. It's also just, or it's a great way to just pop clues for free. Market Watch Phantom is also pretty okay. This thing can block disguise creatures pretty easily, which is also worth noting. Yeah, I'll take the Reckless Detective. We met some Twitch friends yesterday. Huh. You know, the only Twitch friends that I've ever met was John. Unauthorized exit's fine. I think Seasoned Consultant's probably better than Gorehound. These are really for this. Well, not really. This is okay. This is fine. Maybe we just take the Automaton here because it's a fine 2-drop that can help you dig for whatever you need. Yeah, I'm about it. There's a Wisp Drinker Vampire. I love that card actually. This is one of the cards that I actually really love. And I'm gonna take it because it is a payoff for the black-white deck. The black-white deck wants you to play as many small creatures as possible. And if you go to the late game, you can give all your creatures power 2 or less, death touch, and lifelink until end of turn for a huge swing. Granted, you probably want to do on the job instead. Murder's terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Wisp Drinker. Auspicious Arrival. Connect the dots wield. That's how bad it is. I'll take the Auspicious Arrival. I don't like Lumbering Laundry. Demand Answers is fine, but it's not for us. You met 2. Was it a late on the job? Yeah. I could see that one wheeling, even though you kind of would want that. Fanatical Strength. I said that there would be one of those. I'd like it over Juggler. I'll say that. Concealed Weapon. I'll take that over Forensic Researcher. And wow, these are both bad. I'll take this just for the gems, I guess. You met 2? And oh, wow. I should I was gonna say I should, but that's not entirely true. What are we getting here? Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. I could see us going into green-red. That is the Disguised Creatures deck. It's so the great thing about this is when your Disguised Creatures die, you get them for free face up. And whenever your Disguised Creatures tap your opponent, you draw a card. That said, there's a shock here. But I think that we could use this to kind of like finally go into a lane, right? It takes us off of Wisp Drinker Vampire and these white cards, more or less. We could still consider Blood Splatter Analysis, especially if we get like one of those dual red-green or black-green lands, right? Because the Flourishing Bloomkin can help us get it. There's also a Night Drinker Moroi. There's also Repulsive Mutation, which I really like. I played that in one deck and it was amazing. I'm gonna take the Yaris. We're having enough in green-red. What is this? Discard, draw 2. Discard your hand, draw. That seems fine, but Lightning Helix is probably better. Long Goodbye exists. I like Unscrupulous Agent. I like the Helix. I don't know if that's enough of a reason to like splash 4 white, especially if I'm going to keep Blood Splatter Analysis. I think the correct thing to do is actually to take the Crowd Control Warden, because it is a disguised creature that also, when it flips up, turns massive. Or you could just play it as a big dumb idiot. Crocodile is also something that we want to have in this deck. But I will take the Warden. Perimeter Enforcer, there's another one of these. There's Case of the Shattered pack. So if you, this is the case that I was talking about earlier. It looks for 5 colors among permanents you control. And a Killer Among Us makes 3 different colors worth of permanents. Makes a blue, a green, and a white. So that's kind of cute. We also have all those other cards. That said, I'm not taking it. God, that's a Novice Inspector. I think we take the Concealed Weapon. As much as I don't like Concealed Weapon number 2, I think it's fine for the deck. It's either that or Innocent Bystander. And I'm not a big fan of Innocent Bystander, so I will take another Concealed Weapon. Scene of the Crime is okay. Course Ticket, we're so far away from that color. That's a shame. Scene of the Crime seems fine. It's a land that we can... So there's a terrible interaction where if your opponent plays that gorilla, they could just shatter this land. Later on, you can sacrifice it if you need to draw a card instead of just like playing this, or instead of like getting a land or having this land to filter. But there's also Topiary Panther and Crowd Control Warden. I think the Topiary Panther is worth taking here because it could help us filter for mana later. It's okay. It's just a big dumb idiot foob. Like, it's not the best. When this enters the battlefield, 3 damage. And then, was it 3 sources of damage? And then this can get us cards later. I think that's worth taking over, let's see, Maverick is actually not bad. Same thing for Crocodile, but this is a nice bit of removal, right? We don't want to pay like 5 to kill a disguised creature with this, but I'm fine with like killing a dog with it. Let's see, Deadly Complication. Ooh, there's a Get a Leg Up. There's also a Museum Night Watch, which we likely can't flip up. I think the only card here really for us is, well, aside from Deadly Complication, if we're still splashing for Blood Splatter Analysis, is Get a Leg Up. And this is actually a really fine combat trick, so I will take that. Aftermath Analysis is probably the pick here, right? Mill 3, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Because this is really a payoff for the collect evidence decks, collect evidence stuff, which we might end up doing simply because there's things like Hedge Whisperer, which I'm considering taking over Gardener. But we have Yaris, so I really should play towards the what Yaris does, right? And instead of taking Whisperer, take Gardener for now. Also, if we need it, we can use it to like fix pretty well. We're not anywhere near that or that. We'll take another Automaton. This can't be countered. It's 4 damage, right? It's fine removal. We really want to be able to sacrifice clues for it. I'm not big thrilled about taking that card. I'll take the Unscrupulous Agent in case we end up in black somehow. I'll take a Public Thoroughfare because that's a little bit of fixing. And a Gorehound. Okay. There's a Kellen. Can we splash for the Kellen? I think the Lush Portico is probably better. There's also a Loxodon Eavesdropper, which is a fantastic, technically 2-for-1. It makes an investigation, a clue token, and then, you know, like the next turn, it could just swing in for 4 if you have a clue to sacrifice. I don't think we take the Kellen. Do we have anything worth taking with the white, or worth playing with the white mana source with the Lush Portico? I don't think we do. So I think it's more correct to take the Loxodon Eavesdropper. I like Case of the Gateway Express, but we're not playing white. Again, yeah, we'll take the Eavesdropper. There's a Niv Mizzet. Get out of here. Let's see. Airtight Alibi is fine. Chases On is fine. Fanatical Strength is fine. Hexproof, it's no longer suspected. Can't become suspected. Flash, 3 mana. There's nothing really here for us. We could take Rakish Scoundrel, but I'm not a big fan of the fact that we can only really get good use out of it as a 6-drop. Although if we get Yaris online, I think that's actually kind of cool. What are we looking at in terms of creatures versus non-creatures? We have a lot of like other things. So maybe we need to take the Scoundrel for now. We just need creatures, right? Let's see. Repeat. No. Another Rakish Scoundrel. Again, not a big fan of taking another Rakish Scoundrel here. But it's either that or the Mask Maker. Actually, the Mask Maker kind of makes sense in this deck. Like, this is the only deck where it has a place. So maybe I should take the Mask Maker, because it makes our face-down spells cost 1 less this turn. How many creatures do I have that have... Okay, so that's 1... 2. We need more. We do need more. 3, 4. Yeah, I'll take the Mask Maker. Another Reckless Detective is not terrible. There's also another Topiary Panther, but I think the correct card to take here is the Dog Walker, because it just spits out a bunch of creatures. It spits out a bunch of creatures. I wish we could take this Topiary Panther or this Reckless Detective. This is one of the few packs where it's like, these are good cards. But yeah, we'll take the Dog Walker. Hey, what's up, Cherries? How you doing? World Spine Worm. I'm not casting that. Are you fucking kidding me? World Spine Worm. My voice is actually very, very astringent and painful. World Spine Worm. We're not getting to 11 mana. I don't care what you guys say. We're not getting to 11. I think we take Should we take another Blood Spatter? Yeah, let's take a Blood Spatter. That'd be funny. There's a Theater, which is great. There's also a War Leader's Call, which is probably even better. Oh god, there's some good stuff here, actually. This is our pack, and we're not going to see a wheel from it. I do want the Raucous Theater for the fixing. Otherwise, I'd probably take the Crocodile or the Shock. But we have a lot of removal already with Case, and... Hey, it's this guy. Can I splash this? This is one of those cards that you kind of want to splash. I'm going to take the Gadget Technician. It spits out a Thopter, and it's one of the few cards that we could disguise pretty easily. And that's what we want in this deck. Geerling Orangutan is also pretty good, but we're going to take the Thopters, or Gadget Tech. I guess we could take the Shady Informant. It's probably better than anything else here. Actually, it's the only card playable for us here. So we're going to take the Informant. There's another Mask Maker. If ever there was a deck, it's this one. Chase is on. Yeah, Chase is on. Demand Answers is playable, but I don't think we play it. Neither of these is good for us. And I think this is the deck, you know? Is with... really? Creativity? Oh! Yeah, but that's constructed. I think this is the deck. Let's see. I don't know if we're playing Blood Splatter Analysis. We have two of them, though, and they're fine removal spells. The problem with removal in this format is all the ward creatures, like, really suck the fun out of that. We have 44 cards. Oops. I hope I didn't take out anything. There's 17 creatures. I really shouldn't take out any creatures then, which means we got to take out things. Get a leg up. I think Get a Leg Up is actually fine here, as is Fanatical Strength, and which means that we're likely getting rid of the Chases on. The Chases on! I like Blood Spatter Analysis. It's just good. Suspicious Detonation can't be countered, but it already cost 5. We have very few artifacts that we can sacrifice, so I'm gonna get rid of Suspicious Detonation. Killer Among Us is also a bunch of creatures. All right, no planes. Get out of here, planes. No Island. We probably do need a swamp as a one of, but we are going to need some more of these. It's 16, so 14, 15, 16, 17 lands. The concealed weapons are also creatures. Okay, hold on. This is the weirdest thing I've ever done. Disguise. Alright, so these are our disguised creatures. It did count the weapons, right? Okay, so... And the Yaris is one of the few other cards that cares about disguise. We actually have a lot of creatures in this deck. Maybe I need less removal then. And maybe the correct thing is to get rid of the blood spatter analyses. Because we have one... I guess that's it, right? I guess we only really have like one piece of removal. If we get rid of those. Which probably means that I should get rid of... It says basic land cycling, so I think that that's fine actually to keep those blood splatter analysis. This is tough. Okay. Oh, that's right. I don't like this card. We'll get rid of Aftermath Analyst. Reckless Detective is actually really good here. We have more creatures in this deck than I realized because it's not counting Killer Among Us as a creature. It doesn't count the concealed weapons as creatures either. So we actually have like 1, 2, and then technically another 3, but like we have 2 more creatures than it actually looks like we have. And the concealed weapons can act as combat tricks, which is great. So I think we keep the Fanatical Strength and the Get a Leg Up. Because they act as removal spells. Can we cut a creature? No, we have 6 drops and 5 drops. And this is going to be a 6 drop too. You would toss Dogwalker? No, Dogwalker is actually fantastic. Yeah, Sanitation's actually pretty good too. Cuddling with the Kitten? Wait, did you get a kitten? Sanitation, it's a nice 2-drop, but let's see. You're probably... I think that is correct. Actually, because on turn 2, because of the Mask Makers, we actually want to more likely cast a disguise creature. So yeah, let's cut one of those. The Dog Walker stays though. The Dog Walker makes like 2 other creatures, which is great. And if we cast it on turn 2, that's actually a huge beating. One of the things that I regret not taking earlier was, or is a, what is this doing here? I guess there is no, on the job in red-green except for the split card. Well, this is the deck. Yeah, this is the deck. Haha, we'll be fine. He said. This is the one that tapped, right? Yes. Okay, done. Alrighty, we're gonna try this round or match 1. Let's go. We're hinging a lot on like Yaris, but I think this is an okay deck. I don't have the highest confidence in it, which is fine because whenever I have a lot of confidence in a deck, I usually go 0-3. But if I feel like a deck is shitty, oh no, we're never gonna play the Dog Walker as a 2-drop. We're never gonna play it as a 2-drop. It's only a disguise card. Let's see. We can't cast the Mask Maker turn 1 because of the tap land, but I think that this is still fine. We have 2 disguise creatures, which is also, again, fine. Opponent's going first. So, if we could draw a mountain turn 1, that would actually be fantastic. Otherwise, we basically have the red and the green, red and the black source. We have all of our sources in this hand. Oh, nope. And we drew Yaris. I don't mind Fanatical Strength, actually. Market Watch Phantom. Okay, so play this. Play the Mask Maker. Next turn, we're going to attack with the Mask Maker. And, consider playing. I guess if they block, it's not great for us. Face down card, okay. It gives that flying, and then they attack. There are 3 colors, okay. Play this. Sure. They could eat this, or we can use Fanatical Strength. Actually, I think I would rather them block it with their face down cards, and then use Fanatical Strength, and then cast another Mask Maker. They're big think here, and they're like, do I want to trade this for that? And I don't think they do. Especially, I'm assuming this is either a Dog Walker. Yep, perfect. We'll cast this face down as a disguise for 2. And then we'll cast this second Mask Maker. Haha. Yes, we would get a disguise creature for 1 colorless with the double Mask Maker trigger. But I don't know if that's like the thing we want to do here. I guess we'll find out. Realistically, I think the best thing to do is if we can cast Yaris next turn. Hey, what's up, Mirage? Shit, Mirage, is your stream over? No. Oh god, they have a Krenko out. You are done. Alright, so hold on. How is the rest of your stream, dude? Let's see. They're attacking with all those. Krenko. I'm not too worried about any of this. I'd rather keep that so no blocks. Dong, dong, dong. I need to draw land. Fuck. Alright, so we're going to attack with everything here. And then I'm going to cast this for 1. This concealed weapon for 1. And then I'm going to play the Sanitation Automaton, so... Yep, stack. Yep, next. I should be cycling away the Panther, but I think I could just like dig for a land. We don't need the Informant right now. We'll play this with Disguise. Okay. They hit their 4th land. Ward on Disguise. Yeah, they realized they needed to power creep morph a bit for the current game. They didn't want to make morph. They didn't want to make Disguise like a 2/3, and they put shock into this format. This is very suspicious. This is actually very suspicious. I will put this in front of this to see whether or not they want to protect it. It's probably one of those what's it called? Gadget technicians, which I don't mind. But yeah, all this open mana, it's like blocking is really bad in this format because of open mana like that. Krenko, sacrifice an artifact, yada. Whenever an artifact's put on the graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 1, yeah. Alright, so equip 1, disguise 3. Oh, that's disguise 3. That's rough. Okay, so they're getting a 2 something out of that. Yep. That gives them flight for there. I would love to cast Yaris. Alright, so I think we have to hold back. We're gonna play this. I'm gonna leave up green. And we're gonna hold back this turn. I'll tap this. Next. No attacks right now. End turn. Okay, so artifact is put into a graveyard. Oh, any artifact. That includes my artifacts. Holy shit. That's actually nuts. Alright, so they're playing Person of Interest here. Yep. Okay. Alright. Yep. Yep, they're gonna hit us for 2. This is not going well because we have a much worse clock here. They can hit us with the Market Watch Phantom. This is already looking bad. Alright. Pass. Let's see. Put this in front of there and that in front of that. They have no tricks because they're tapped out, so we get to save the Mask Maker, and we get to kill one of their tokens. Sure. We're going to do this. Make this big. Dong. Yep. There's a land. Alright. So if I play Yaris, it's probably not good enough here, but I am going to get to swing with this face down card. They would have to... Oh, okay, they're going to let me draw. Sure. Small tipster. Alright. Sure. Okay, so 1, 2. I don't know if I'm just dead here. They might have a combat trick, which would kill me. Yeah, a combat trick definitely kills me. Oh. Do they have shock? There we go. Lightning Helix. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. It was Lightning Helix. But yeah, like they put shock into this format and Lightning Helix, so like they had to do something to make these morph creatures somewhat better. So the word 2 is just like that's their way of going like here's the bone, you know. Oh well. These things will happen. 0-1 going into round 2. We'll see how this works out again. I do wish we were getting our land drops more often there. Getting to draw a card off of Yaris was fun, but it didn't feel like that was exactly where we needed to be. I think the issue that I have with this... Okay. Yeah. I think the issue that I have with the deck... we're not doing anything until turn 3, because turn 2 we're playing Public Thoroughfare. I'm going to keep this anyway. But then turn 3 we get to play this face down. If we keep making our land drops, we can play Killer Among Us, which would be great, which means that I might be cycling away the Topiary Panther on turn 4. Just to get a land, and that'll allow us to play Fanatical Strength if we need it. Part of me is thinking about replacing Fanatical Strength with... Oh, Tunnel Tipster, hello. That's what we're actually doing turn 2. That'll allow us on... Actually, are we doing that turn 2? Okay, so we're playing that guy. This is a big think here. Okay, so if we play Tunnel Tipster turn 2, it gives us the mana that we need to play... I think we have to do this, and then tap this here. And I'm not happy about that, but I think we have to do it that way. Okay, Case File Auditor. This doesn't get to attack yet. Okay. They whiffed. That's actually great for us. We get to play the Tipster here, and we get to get a leg up. But we're not going to use it now. Next turn, we get to play Concealed Weapon or Crowd Control Warden. I think what I have to do, though, is actually cycle this. It looks like opponents got a removal spell? Okay. Can attack with the 1/1, sure. Or the 1/4, sure. Pass, no blocks. Opponents deep in the tank. They're making a big think here. I wonder what they're considering. Are they considering burning a combat trick here? Sure. That's great for us. That tells me one thing. It tells me that our opponent might be a newer player. We're gonna face down the Crowd Control Warden as a disguise, which leaves mana up with the Tunnel. It pumps the Tunnel Tipster, which is great, and it leaves us the ability to either cast Get a Leg Up or Fanatical Strength next turn. No attacks, end turn. Tunnel Tipster gets a 1/1 token, and he's still a mana dork that we can tap for 2. Next turn, we can actually do Killer Among Us, which is cute. Alright, so they're drawing, or they're going to draw a card. Resolve. Pass. Are they just going to swing out? They didn't draw their land. Okay. And there's no 1-mana trick. So do I take the 3 or do I just eat this? And I think the answer is I eat it with Get a Leg Up. Turning this into a 4/4. Alright, there's a Gadget Technician. We could play this face down here. I could actually just attack with this. And if they block, eat their creature. But I think the correct thing to do is just to play this face down. Actually, cancel. Let's see. You only tap for green. Maybe the correct thing to do is play this. No, we need to play this first. Actually, we could play Killer Among Us, and that'd be fun. Shut up, game! Let's play Killer Among Us. Let's push our advantage, because we have, like, a way bigger board than our opponent. Human? Human! No attacks here. Human. Alright, so next turn. I don't think... So I think our opponent's a newer player, because they blew an Auspicious Arrival just to get in 2 more damage as opposed to saving it. I think that they don't know the format very well. Right? Either that or they really needed the clue token to draw them a card. Next turn we could just swing out, and whatever they block with... Oh, okay. However they block, we can actually make them have some really bad trades. There's also a Blood Splatter Analysis, which I think I will use to kill the 2/2 token. Okay. I think we swing out here, and whatever they block, we Fanatical Strength and just win combat. I'll attack. Because the Killer Among Us allows us to... Alright. Human, right? Yeah. Oh, they picked the wrong one then. I'll kill that, Okay. Yep, that was... Sorry. Opponent was also stuck on like three lands. That went about as well as it could have for us. Being able to power out a Killer Among Us. We didn't play it a turn early, but when we did play it, was like, oh no. Was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think opponent was just like very mana screwed, and maybe they kept a very sus hand. Take that. Claim. 1/1 going into round 3. I think a lot of the old cards that use Disguise and Morph mainly refer to cards being turned face up. So I believe that all these old cards that cared about when creatures became morphed or unmorphed also work with Disguise, which is kind of cool for like Commander and other Eternal formats. I don't think there's a single creature that has Disguise though that's like good enough for the we can keep this. I don't think there's anything that's good enough to, We're going first, too, so we get to play the, Automaton? Okay. And I'm gonna dig for lands, especially a red source. Now that we have Case of the Burning Mass, we can also just Rakish Scoundrel. Perfect! Especially because we have Rakish Scoundrel, we can disguise that if they don't play anything. If they play something, I just kill it. Especially that, actually. Because I don't need them having that. Bonk. Next turn, we can Rakish Scoundrel. Okay. You're being orangutan. No! Not my boy! It's actually pretty good. We'll play this and we'll play the Rakish Scoundrel. And let's just leave up mana for Get a Leg Up. But we likely don't block this because it's just a 2-2. Slimy Dual Leech. Oh boy. Okay. +1/+0 and Death Touch. So regardless, like, this thing just kills that. That's not great. Alright, so pass. No blocks. End turn. I am going to attack into that with Fanatical Strength up, so... Yep. Figured that we just take that. I think we play this and we leave up Fanatical Strength again. End turn. This card can block if they decide to attack with both. We do have Fanatical Strength in case we need to respond to a larger creature, right? I kind of hope they attack with both, but I don't want them to use this on Reckless Detective. Okay, so pass. Yeah, I guess we're taking 3 here. I will loot with okay, cool. I'll block like that. Show me what you got. On the job. So that's +2/+1. This doesn't make it big enough to kill. This is 4, so I would actually need to use Fanatical Strength. No, I could just use this one. And we survive, right? Because +2/+0. And they're tapping out for that this turn, so... Whoop. We get to keep our creature this way. Play this. What is this again? Oh, this is Rakish Scoundrel. Okay. So... I think we just attack with both here. I will discard a card. I will discard Fanatical Strength. Let's get that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Play the Dog Walker face down. And end my turn. If they attack with Geerling Orangutan, we can block it pretty well. Sacrifice an artifact. 3 damage to any target. Ooh. They're probably going to kill the Reckless Detective. It's the only card that it makes sense to do that to. Yep. Sure. If they attack with the Orangutan, I will flip this up. Okay. Pass. Yep. Pass. No blocks. Pass. My turn. Okay. Let's see. I can't do everything that I'd like to do this turn. Rakish Scoundrel actually allows me to kill 2 things. But I think what I have to do, or rather kill this, kill something with the death touch that this has, and then also attack or block something else with this. No attacks here. End turn. We're pretty low on life right now, which is the problem. Demand answers. Okay, resolve. Yep, playing a land. I think the correct thing for them to do is probably just attack with everything. I will put the Rakish Scoundrel in front of this and give something else indestructible. Okay. Yes. Pass. Oh, they're not attacking with everything. Shame. I'll put this in front of that. I'll flip this over to give that indestructible. Turn face up. Okay. Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Well. That's a Yaris. Okay, so... I don't think we really have a good move here with this, right? Because this needs to go when it's turned face up. Oh, so we get it for free. Okay. So I'm going to attack with that. We'll see if they let me draw a card or if they are afraid here. They know that I have something. They just don't know what it is. I'd like to draw a card. Ah, thank you. The bluff. It worked. Okay. Draw a card here. Play a land. And play a face down card. This allows us to... Okay. Office Inspector. Allies return to the battlefield face up. Face down on their zone control, then face up if it's a permanent card. Ah! There's the makeshift binding. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will block that with this. Aha! They both die. Okay. I think I attack with both, and then I flip this over to give this... Yeah, okay, so next. This is 3 and this is 2. Next. Okay. Sure. End turn. I don't know what they could have in their hand. I'm holding onto this forest in case they play a card that makes me discard. Runebrand Juggler. Okay. That's kind of cool, because then they can suspect that, and now they have a 2-turn clock. Yeah. Yeah. Pass. Sure. Pass. I think I will turn this face up now. It makes 2 dogs, which is why Dog Walker is like one of the best cards. And it's my turn. Okay, so locks it on Eavesdropper is great here, actually. I think we attack with 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, we could... Yeah, let's attack with one... No, one of these cute dogs. One of this and one of those. And if they block the dog, I can flip the face down card. Okay. Do I care? That's... hold on. Turn face up. So that's like 7 damage. Yeah. Play the Loxodon on Eavesdropper. Gives us a clue, and then we'll play this, and we'll pass. And we can double block the Cornered Crook, and then favorably block the Runebrand Juggler with the Eavesdropper. So they don't really have good attacks here. Next turn we crack a clue, give this Vigilance, and attack with this and this, and probably even the Dog Walker. Okay. They could have a trick, which would suck. But if they do happen to have a trick, I don't know. Rest in peace, me, I guess. No trick there. Okay. Yep. That's awesome, actually. Alright. Alright. A Killer Among Us. It's almost like they felt like we drew a Killer Among Us. That was actually a fantastic top deck. We did have another draw on top of that, so this was going to get vigilance, and we get to attack with both. Two attackers for 4 damage each. Unless they kill one of them and trade with the dog here, they're just dead. So awesome. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. All right. And we got a deadly complication. Okay, all right. So let's go on to round 4? Match 4? Match 4. So the deck sort of works better now. Part of me wants to part of me wants to adjust a little bit. I don't know if those swords are as good. The thing is, though, we have a lot of things that make tokens, and tokens hold weapons really well. Like any of those Killer Among Us tokens, they're 1/1s. It's just like you give it a sword and suddenly it's a 4/1. Now your opponent has to do something about that, right? Or, you know, the Thopter that the gadget technician makes, it's a flying token. Oh, this is great, actually. We just need to draw only action, if possible, game, please. I don't ask for many things, but action would be nice. We could turn 2, make the play the concealed weapon as a disguise with the Goblin Mask Maker. This is perfect. This is one of the more perfect curves. Red, Goblin Mask Maker. And we have the mana for the Case of the Burning Masks. Okay, they have an Analyst. So we're not attacking just yet. Mask Maker. Oh, no attacks. Oh, I should have played the green. Never mind. Doesn't matter. If they attack us with... Well, I guess it gets vigilance, right? It gains vigilance. Yeah. Okay. Face down card. Okay. Play this. I could kill this, but then it doesn't allow us to get a leg up, take care of whatever else we want to take care of. So I think that we just swing. Oh god. Maybe now is not a good time to swing. Maybe now is a good time to Burning Mask. No, I want to hold on to that. So I guess we could still get the concealed weapon up. So back with one of them. We could do both. We can still play the concealed thing, and we cast Get a Leg Up here, right? It becomes a 3/4. Play a disguise. Perfect. And if they want to attack with this, I don't block it. I don't think I care enough. When it's the green-blue deck, which is of concern, you do technically want to deal with the green-blue deck sooner rather than later. I think we attack with everything here. Play a land. Next, I'll attack. We can flip this over, and yep, we're gonna disguise the Nervous Gardener and get a swamp. If they block this with... If they block the Mask Maker, yeah, I'm just gonna flip this over. Turn this face up. They might have a bounce here, but if they don't, we just eat this. Well, we trade, technically, but... Okay. Don't mind that. We'll play this for a disguise. Next turn, we're going to get a swamp. Or do we just kill this? So the double Mask Maker, I don't share your sentiment, actually. I think it's still actively a pretty bad card. Even if I had like 3, I don't think it's a good card. Okay, so they have... I think what we can do is just flip this, get a land. Maybe we just send this in. And if that just happens to be like a big enough creature, I'm hoping that it's not a one of those garden things or whatever, because then this becomes like a 4/4 I guess we could still kill it with Case of the Burning Masks. So let's just send her in. You know what we didn't get? We didn't get any of those 6, 7 creatures. Alright. And we're going to Shady Informant. Because they could counter something here. I'm going to just disguise this. Yep. And we could attach this to our Mask Maker. Making it a 4/2. Oh, then I could have... whatever. What does this thing do again? Okay. Oh, somebody's messaging me. Is it one of you guys? Trying to keep secrets between us? It's okay. I better not read it on stream, because I'm a dummy. One is deep in the tank here. They played a lot of lands. Whatever this is, either it's massive or it's nothing. Okay. You have a choice to make, and that is: do we attempt to kill this? I'm gonna send these 2 in. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna send those 2 in. Although we could flip this up too. Yeah. So. Okay. Sure. If they flip this up and it's the Hellion, we can still kill it with Case of the Burning Mask, which is great. And I think that also solves it immediately. Which is also kind of great. If they just choose to like let this die... Oh no, it can't be a Hellion, can it? Sudden setback. Ward 2. Okay. Resolve. That is a waste of sudden setback. I'm sorry. Top or bottom? We'll put that on the bottom. I don't really care for it again. Next to damage. Yeah. What was that? It was a green belt radical this whole time. Holy shit. Sure. Sure. We'll equip this onto that. End turn. This whole time. Holy crap. Alright. What is this again? Oh yeah, it's that thing. My turn. Next. I'll attack. Opponent? Opponent, could you do something? Oh my god. Is opponent just gonna take it? Hey, what's up, Haruki? How you doing? I think opponent's just gonna take this. Face down, sure. Play out another one. So that I can, like, just cleanly blood splatter analysis it. How's everything going, Haruki? I think we just swing here. Oh god. OBS is... It sure is a thing. They're going to bite down here. I'm gonna flip this up and get a swamp. We'll get the untapped swamp. Sure. Now they're tapped out, so I can kill this at my leisure. Resolve. Auto pay. Murder that. Kills that. Mills a card. It was a crowd control warden. Man. Rough. Bonk. Have you ever used OBS or anything before that for streaming, or have you only streamed directly off of like a console? I don't think you had a console, right? You had a PC. Vito Gazzi. Inspector. Okay. I think we could still win here, unless they play another creature, or they play a bite down. Oh god. Why? We can kill that now, right? No, we can't. We don't have enough red sources. Okay. Next. I just attack, right? What is this? Fanatical Strength. 85. Dong, dong. And we mill a mountain. Okay, we don't need either of these. End turn. Twitches? I've never even tried that. I have no idea how that works. Hey! Third win. I've never even tried their built-in stream technology. God. Alright, so it might be a little overwhelming to look at OBS at first. Highly recommend a YouTube video, actually. The way that I learned how to use OBS, I can't recommend to anybody. Ooh, we got to our third win, which means we pretty much got our entry fee back. Let's try to go for one more. The way that I learned it was actually using slobs. And the reason why I don't recommend using slobs is because slobs uses so many more system resources. I'm talking about like probably 10 times more system resources than just regular OBS. That I do not recommend it. We can dig. We have 2 disguise creatures. I think this is fine. And, oh, we have 3 disguise creatures. Never mind. And we definitely want to get this to, like, be it's face-up creature, but if it doesn't, it isn't, you know? Land pass. If we could land cycle this, that'd be great too, but also, like, that's not important. This, automating. Have a nice 2-drop here. Mask Maker to the yard, actually. We want to get another land, and we want to get a green source, more than anything. Inside source. Okay, so we're not attacking this turn. I think here's a good time to cast, not as a weapon, not as a creature. You know what? I actually think we play this here. No attacks. Because this can block any of these things, and I can just trade the automaton for their 2/2. Right. Okay. They're wasting their turn on that. Excuse me? Attack with this guy. I'm gonna... Oh, I can sack... No, I'm gonna discard a card. And we're gonna discard the concealed weapon, actually. That is not what I needed. Sure. We're gonna face down the... Bloomkin. I don't think they know how that card works. I think our opponent's newer than I am. Holy shit. I was expecting to just have to block that with Sanitation Automaton, and they were just like, nah, pass. Okay, that's a problem. Hazard of Vigilante's a problem, especially if I can't cast Fanatical Strength. This can just eat the 2 of these, so I'm not gonna block it. Christ. Alright, we're gonna die to Mana Screw, guys. No attacks. We're going to die to Mana Screw. No, there's nothing wrong with the Twitch system. Okay, so they're just playing the Rakish Scoundrel to give something indestructible. Yep, makes sense to give the 4/4 indestructible. Okay. You know what? I bet they have Get a Leg Up. That's indestructible. Double block there. And we take 4. Sure. None of that was great. Alright, so Mask Maker? That doesn't feel good either. Play another one of these face down cards. Alright, no attacks here. Sure would be nice to draw a fucking forest. How many forests are in the deck? There's 7. We have a 28% chance of drawing a forest. We have a 56% chance of drawing a land even. Wow. Okay. I don't think opponent read that card, because they just chose not to exile. I can't... I need a forest to do that, yes. And I will double block this. Because this will just eat everything. Whereas this just eats those 2. I need a forest to land cycle, and I haven't even been drawing lands. Oh, there's a land. Cool. I can attack here, actually, which I will. Discard a card. I will discard the fucking Panther now. Give me a fucking forest. Oh my god. Cool. Cool. It's like this game hates me. Please attack me with the scoundrel. Please do not be defensive. Macabre reconstruction. Cool. Thank you. No blocks. I couldn't tell you, Boob. I really couldn't. Oh, thank Christ. Okay, there's something to be said about just attacking with the detective. And I think I will. I think I will! I think the correct thing to do here is actually play Killer Among Us. Merfolk is the killer. No attacks. If I could draw a black source, which is very rare here, we get to kill this immediately. That gets the fly, yep. Otherwise, I will triple block this. With 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. Okay. Please don't have a combat trick. Please don't have a combat trick. Please do not have this combat trick that we spoke of earlier. Murder. Okay. Murder's still a bad card. I not only need board presence, I can't even play the Trickster here. I have to not play Trickster, or Tipster rather, so I can keep a Fanatical Strength. But I need to attack with this in order to even flip it over. Or not flip it, but to get the tokens on it. So that I can use it as a blocker later. So we have to attack with that, end turn. And then I might just be dead. Right? Am I just dead? I am just dead. Yeah. There was nothing else I could have done there. Due diligence. Yep. Alright, good game. Oh, God. We just needed to draw anything. We needed to draw anything, and we were just drawing, like... Well, not anything. We needed to draw not another mountain. Oh, God. And we had so many looks, and the game was just like, nah, you don't get one. And that just prolongs the inevitable, because they had the due diligence, so they were just gonna, whatever they put that on had vigilance now, and it gives something else +2/+2 and vigilance as well. Yeah, that was just too much, you know? Ooh, how is Phasmophobia? I can't play that game. We're 3-2. This might be the last match. It's round 6 or match 6. So let's just do it. Worst comes to worst, I get to take a bathroom break. Ha ha! But I can't go until I lose. Because if you go when you're like at any event or anything, you lose all of your power. Okay? You lose all of your power. I don't know if you guys know that. Did you enjoy Phasmophobia? And how did you think of it compared to Dead by Daylight? Because I remember you used to play a lot of Dead by Daylight. Wow. Big weight on an next opponent. Oh god. Yeah, it looks very immersive. I don't know if there's a VR mode for that game. Like, it looks like the kind of game that would really, really do well with a VR mode. There's our opponent. Took a minute. Thank you, Hunter. Hey, it's our colors. Look at that. It feels nice to have our colors. Opponent is going first, though. I've only gone first in, like, what, 2 of these matches? Out of 6? Terror. Psst. Fucking, I believe it. I believe the hell out of that. Alright. Turn 1 Mask Maker, go. I would like lands. Thank you. Tap them. Play this. Let's play the informant, actually. We're not going to flip up either of these creatures for a while. Still need lands. Opponent's like, that's a problem. They're also playing a face-down creature. That's perfect. I will eat this with the Fanatical Strength. But I hope that they block it with this. Okay. Do I just play this? No, let's play a Crowd Control Warden disguised. As much as I'd like to get the best use out of my manas, check up on stuff on the... No, don't ever read the wiki. Just be like, fuck it, YOLO. Opponent is either just as mana screwed as we were last game, or let's see, I can flip this up actually. That's pretty cool. And you know what? I think I will attack with everything here. If they try to eat the Mask Maker, we have Fanatical Strength, and we could still Nervous Gardener. Okay. Sure. What is this again? It's a Crowd Control Warden. Oh! Oh, you fucking idiot! I'm sorry, opponent. That was rude, actually. It was 2 offenders at large. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't have said that. That was so fucking... That was rude. Yeah, they're on the same deck as we are. I'm sorry, opponent. Breakout. Breakout! That was a big fucky wucky turn. I'm sorry, opponent. That was pretty bad. How did they come back from that? That's a good question. You're asking the right questions, actually. Bloomkin. We can face down that, right? I think we just swing out with everything here again. Well, maybe not that. I'm gonna flip this and get a land for it. Okay. I will kill that. What is this again? That's that. Okay. And this is that. Alright, so... I'll kill your disguised creature. It was a Vengeful Creeper. They should have just played the Vengeful Creeper. I wouldn't have attacked into them. I'm gonna turn this face up. I'm gonna get a land. With the Nervous Gardener, we're gonna take a... You know what? I think we get the Raucous Theater here, because we're not playing, anything else except for the, Bloomkin face down. And I don't think we need another Mountain. So we're gonna just face down this as a disguise. Granted, this is only a 2/2. But we have so much action in our hand. I think I'm not gonna say it. This board state looks pretty rough. I think the only way they can actually get through this is if if they play that stupid dragon, the board wipe dragon. That's the only way they take us out here. If they attack us with this, I'm just gonna let it hit us. Okay. They also have a Yaris. That's kind of... Oh no, I'm so sorry, opponent. What is this again? Yeah. Do I attack with this too? Maybe. Because that presents the quick eat. Because we have get a leg up, and like, that's just rough. Oh yes. Okay, so if so there's 2 things that can happen here. If I flip this, I could still flip, I could still get a leg up on that. This is just bad for them. Get a leg up on that. All their creatures are dead. This does 2 to them. Yeah, they've been getting unlucky with choosing what to block there. I think they were going a little slow too, right? Looks like we're at silver though. That was pretty rough. I'm sorry. They had the Yaris. They should have just played the Vengeful Creeper face up. They could have just played that as a 5-drop. I don't know why they didn't. Were they trying to get the value on flipping it up and then destroying my... Oh, I didn't even play the Automaton. Right? They should have just played this as a 5-drop. Then I couldn't attack, you know? These 2 having to block earlier, like, that sometimes you get got, like, blocking in this format's really bad. Breakout's a bad card in general. The Vengeful they should have played this as a 5/5. I don't know why they didn't do that. This was just an unlucky block against the Shady Informant. Yeah. But I didn't want to lose this creature, which is why I still threw the get a leg up at it. But that was just, I think it was just very unlucky for them. Yeah, they probably, so I don't think they know the format well enough, considering that they did that, because the double block was weird because, like, if I have a double block in, I'm sorry, if I have a combat trick in red or green, it's either, well, it could be get a leg up, but it's either Fanatical Strength, right? Or the red one, which is First Strike +2/+0 and Investigate, right? And both of them make it so that I win that combat. Felonious Rage. I wouldn't play Felonious Rage. I think that's one of the worst combat tricks in the format. Simply because, like, it doesn't win combat. It just trades. And sure, you get, like, a token out of it, but, like, it's not good enough, even though it's only 1 red mana. No. Felonious Rage, if the First Strike one is the 3 mana trick. The First Strike one is on the run or on the chase, something like that. The 1 red mana one is just like, it gets +2/+0, and when this creature dies, you get a 2/2 detective. Hey, 4 wins. That's why, yeah, the chase is on, that's what it was. I knew it was something like that. And that's actually a good combat trick. And either, if they were expecting me to have either of those, they lose combat there no matter what. But I guess they didn't know the combat tricks well enough. Because that was just a 2-for-1 there. And, like, what a 2-for-1. We killed 2 of their giant creatures. It looked like maybe their curve was just very high. I think a big mistake that, or an easy mistake that you can make is, an easy mistake that one can make in this format is to assume that you don't have to take lower, smaller creatures because almost everything has, like, a disguise to it, right? And that's not true at all. Fuck. We have no early plays. I think I have to mulligan this. Yeah, it's a mulligan. Oh, this is the story of a girl. I'm sorry. I can keep this. I think we put the analysis to the bottom. Yeah. Although we are capable of playing it. Maybe we put back the Burning Masks. Yeah, it's the Burning Masks. Because we can actually, if we draw a land, like, we have the Public Thoroughfare here. 9 Days? Is that the name of that song? I'm sorry. It's just, you know what it is? Every time I think of This Is, it just pops into my head. The story of a girl. I'm just like, fuck me, man. Tap this land. A slower start for sure, but one that we have to take. Reckless Detective. Red source? No, of course not. We'll play this. We didn't draw a land. Not great.
Not great at all, guys.
Alright, we're taking 2 here. And they're filtering, which is... Yep. No blocks. Not blocks. Not blocking, brah. And I will face up the... Or rather, I will face down the Dog Walker. Oh my god. I'll face down the Dog Walker. That gets a little bigger. I would love a land. I would love a land. This song is absolutely Story of a Girl. Huh. Yep, not blocking. Actually. Yeah, I'm not blocking this. Combat tricks are being what they are. I just lose my creature here. Do they have murder that? Please don't do that. Alright, that's fine. If that's all that they're gonna spend their turn on, then that's fine. I can kill this. I don't know if we do that here. I could just play Yaris, but I don't think I would do that here either. I think the correct thing to do is face down Bloomkin. And then next turn, Yaris. Then again, I really need lands, is what it is. No attacks here. That becomes a 3/3. So, next turn, we can Yaris, Sanitation Automaton, send this in. If it dies, it dies, regardless, right? They want whatever they left on top of their deck. Oh, what they pitch a Torch the Witness for? I guess that was earlier on. All right. But yeah, that song is certainly a an earworm because it's been in my fucking ear. Let's see. All right, so they have a combat trick. I'm not blocking. Next turn, though, Yaris goes out, and I'm going to attack with this. No blocks. Actually, wait. I could just block with it. Never mind. I don't have to attack with this. I'd like to draw a land, though. Yeah? Land, though? Okay. I have balls. Alright, tap it for green. Sure. Pass. Land? Fuck me. Alright, that sure does ruin stuff for me. Blood splatter analysis, kill that. Okay, perfect. I didn't want to draw that at all. Opponent's low on cards, so this might actually be better for us. Yep. Do I block this? No, no blocks. I don't block with this until we can, like, Yaris. I think I'd rather just, do analysis if we don't get anything else to do. But I'm hoping to draw a land. Oh, thank you, Jesus. No attacks here. Now, if opponent, okay. Ah, balls. Okay. Oh, that's GG. Block that. Yep. Okay. Okay. We could get through this, actually. I need to play Automaton. I need to kill that detective with this here. Oh, no, wait. We don't have enough. If I kill that... Yep. Yep. Play this. That's still not enough, because they still have 2 creatures. That would have been fine, but good game. They got us. Alright, concede. We fought the good fight, but they had too much pressure. They had too much pressure. Thank you, Fubi. We fought the good fight. We tried. We tried. Let's look at the battlefield real quick. Reckless Detective. They had 2 of them, too. That did a lot of work. They had a lot of removal, too. I'm actually kind of surprised that they pitched their Torch the Witness earlier. Because it replaces itself when it investigates, right? So, like, I'm actually kind of surprised about that. Not surprised about Griff Not Tracker, though. It turns out they never had a combat trick, though, is what I'm realizing. And it's not incorrect to assume that they're going to have a combat trick. I just don't want them to have a, you know what I mean? Like, and then just get blown right the fuck out, because combat tricks in this format are actually really good, whereas removal kind of is actually a little bad. And you saw what we were doing in the last match, where it was just like, oh yeah, combat trick, yeah, win combat is just, I'm sorry, you know, like, just kind of like you shake your head and go like, it is what it is, leave match. They had removal, but no combat tricks. And the thing about removal is that, like, unless it has, unless it can't be countered, removal's bad in this format, right? Like, you don't want to pay 5 mana for murder. You don't want to pay what was it? What was the card? Let's look at the deck real quick. I had one too. Suspicious Detonation. You don't want to pay 5. Well, I guess it can't be countered, but you know, you don't want to like. What was the other one then? They were playing the other one, Galvanize. You don't want to pay 4 for Galvanize, right? Suspicious Detonation. Suspicious Detonation is 5 for 4 damage at sorcery speed. I do not like that. I don't like that at all. I really don't. So I think the deck was fine. We saw Yaris far less than I would care to admit, actually. They had a lot of removal. I really like that case that they played because like that's just an anthem, and it's such a good anthem. Yeah, and you know what? If I did do that, by the way, like if I was blocking their creatures, what would have happened was their case of the Gateway Express wouldn't have killed my Yaris, right? Because they had exactly enough creatures to kill my Yaris when they played it. So, but also, again, combat tricks, really good in this format. Removal, really bad. I also expected them the entire game to have on the job, and that's just like a huge blowout. That's just basically you got on the job, then you lost your whole board. Scoop, you know? That said, I do like how this deck kind of played. I wish we had more Nervous Gardeners and Tunnel Tipsters as opposed to like Sanitation Automaton. Like, he's fine, but like, you know, Nervous Gardener though costing 4 for what it does is like, that's a little rough. Tunnel Tipster's great though. Look at this cute little guy. Look at him! Look at him! Look at this cute guy. Look at him, he's adorable. And he lives in a tunnel and he gives people tips. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, then we gotta do some shoutouts. So, oh my god, what is Walsh playing? Jesus Christ, there's a bunch of bikini girls in Final Fantasy VII. Boros is really good. And it's because the quality of the white commons and uncommons is like really up there. Right? Oh, if you enjoyed this and you're watching on the YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. More importantly, come over to twitch.tv/GeekRecord. Link in the description. You can watch me do this live and punt live.